հայ ազգանունսյան ես գալիս եմ շատ հեռու խորքերից պատմության ճանաչում են իմ Էրեբունի Երևան Քրքորյան Դարչինյան Ազնավուր ու Թանկյան իմ անունը հայ շինարար զինվոր տունը իմ ավերել են ես կառուցել եմ նորը մեզ փորձել են ջնջել մենք ստեղծել ենք սփյուռք չենք թողնի կրկնվի պատմություն անգութ Արմենիա առաջինը դու ես մոտեցել խաչին մինչ այսօր ունես հերոսներ ու էլ ոչ մի լուսին չի խիզախի պինդ է քո սահմանը ես եմ քո պաշտպանը Արմենիա քեզ կառուցել են հավատով վզոր դու վերածնվել ես քո մոխրից ծնվել ես լույսով հասել մինչ այսօր պինդ է քո սահմանը ես եմ քո պաշտպանը իմ անունը հայ իմ ոգին հայկական 19-15 չի կոտրել ինձ անգամ ճանաչում են մեր հաղթանակն Արցախյան եռանկյունը ուժեղ սփյուռք Արցախ Հայաստան իմ անունը հայ գիրը իմ հայերեն ես գրել եմ շարական աղոթք ու տաղեր երբ թվում էր չկա ելք տեսել եմ հույս ես տանում եմ խաչը իմ դեպի լույս Արմենիա առաջինը դու ես մոտեցել խաչին մինչ այսօր ունես հերոսներ ու էլ ոչ մի լուսին չի խիզախի պինդ է քո սահմանը ես եմ քո պաշտպանը Արմենիա քեզ կառուցել են հավատով իզոր դու վերածնվել ես քո մոխրից ծնվել ես լույսով հասել մինչ այսօր պինդ է քո սահմանը ես եմ քո պաշտպանը
Hi everyone, welcome. Everyone, technical difficulties. Hi everyone, I want to welcome our guest tonight, Narinet Terzian from Iris Business Incubator. Welcome from Armenia. So welcome.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you for being with us and accepting our invitation to be here. We're excited to have you on our program, and we are anxious to hear what you have to say about Iris Business Incubator. I think it's a fairly recent organization, isn't it?
Yes, maybe I will give a bit of background of how the Iris Business Incubator was established. We started as a project in 2019. This was within the IRIS project, which is Increased Resilience of Syrian Armenians and Host Population. It's a wider program focusing on both social and economic issues. You know, a couple of years back, after the Syrian war, we had many Syrian Armenian repatriates to Armenia, and the program originally was focusing on their needs. But later, and the program is EU funded. It's funded by the EU Madat Fund and is implemented with a very big consortium. And eventually, when the consortium partners saw that the economic integration part is really big, there was the need to establish the business incubator as a separate entity. And last year, we already became a separate foundation, so Iris Business Incubator Foundation, and our founders are Armenian Caritas and SME Cooperation Association. So these two organizations, which were implementing partners of this economic integration part, they established the new institution, which is providing basically business support services to everyone in Armenia who want to start their business, who have some business ideas or already have a startup team or are already doing a business. So they all can apply and get the full cycle of business support services like trainings, coaching, mentorship, and also we have the access to finance component. And it's both for repatriates and for locals. So We think that the economic integration can only happen in a mixed environment. So everything, all the events, all the trainings that we organize, they involve both Syrian Armenians, Lebanese Armenians. We have a very mixed group of entrepreneurs who participate in our programs.
And how many members do you have in your organization?
So if we speak about the founders, I already told you. If we speak about the entrepreneurs who are taking part in our program, so the model is like this. So we announce a call for applications and we invite everyone who is interested to apply. For our first call a year ago, we had around 600 applicants. So
nice.
It was really very impressive to see this number because we knew that there is the demand, but that so many entrepreneurs really seek for such business development opportunities. It was very nice indicator to see.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, we cannot afford having all the 600 with us. So it's very competitive. And we have different selection stages. So eventually we admitted 73 of them to IRIS Academy. This IRIS Academy, it's not a real academy, it's a non-formal education, but it's the combination of this training, mentorship, coaching, services. So the people come with their business ideas or the business models, and our experts support them to make this idea or the model into a realistic business plan. So out of these 73 who participated, right now we have 44 residents who were awarded financing. Starting from September last year, we already signed the financing agreements with our first 44 residents. And now we already announced our second call. Again, it was a very difficult period when we announced the call in November. And again, it was very impressive to see that we had a lot of applicants, around 450 new applicants. And right now, we are in the next selection stage of who will enter our academy. So they already participated in certain trainings. They pitched their business ideas in front of the jury. And now we are in the selection phase to select the participants for the academy.
And how long does the academy run? So is it a 1-year program, 2-year program?
The training part, it's about 2 to 3 months. But after that, when they are awarded the financing and we sign the agreements, they stay with us. They continue their incubation for another 6 months at least as minimum. So we still provide them free of charge consulting, meetings, coaching with our experts. We have a very professional pool of experts who are very knowledgeable and experienced in business operations, marketing, finance, accounting, legal issues. So any issue, any question, they can cover. And whenever there is some industry-specific topic to be covered, we try to connect our residents with mentors who have experience in that specific field.
And have you had any graduates of the first class yet, or are they towards the end of their tenure?
They're still our residents, so they're not graduates yet. So the 6 months period of incubation is in process. But we have businesses which operate. We do some monitoring visits, and it's really impressive to see how they work, even after this year of COVID and the military state. So there were a lot of uncertainties for anyone who is doing business in Armenia, right? And a lot of challenges, and it's very encouraging to see that our residents are doing their businesses. They were very open to redesign because we had a big number of applicants from industries like tourism, hospitality, it all started before the COVID, and then the COVID came and everything changed, and they were very flexible also to change their business models, to think about new markets, to adjust their businesses to the current market situation. And they're all working, all doing pretty good.
Very good to hear. We want to hear some
great news.
Yeah, great news. Some superstars, graduates from your program. Before you, was it a couple of weeks ago that we had
yes.
Mr. Rupen Osipian, who spoke to us about it, and we're anxiously waiting to see a lot of success stories from your group.
And we would like to interview some of them. So
definitely, I will provide you with a list of our residents and what kind of business they are in. I think there are many interesting businesses that also can export. So some of them have products, some of them have services. So if anyone visits Armenia, they can use the services. So it's the industries are very wide. And the regions are almost all the regions of Armenia are represented.
Wonderful.
Nice. So you do the training, and then we do the promoting and introducing them to the world.
Exactly. That's why I think the Buy Armenian platform is so important, because mostly, especially for the micro and small enterprises, it's very difficult to access the market. And they need some kind of support, push to go to that. They are very hesitant sometimes. So when they also see some success stories, they're also encouraged to market, to think big, and then to export their products.
Yeah, and having the platform, the pool of customers or clients in the diaspora, and hopefully that will grow and grow, and that will provide more and more customer base for the Armenian businesses. And we're glad to be a small part of that. One of the questions I had for you is, what's the range of scholarship or financial support that you provide your residents? And that's the first question. And second is, how is it decided how much each candidate gets, assuming that they are going to get financial support?
So we have 3 programs which run in parallel, and they're for 3 different target groups. And the first ones are self-employed people. So they are involved in very small economic activities, so like micro business. So for them, it's the financing is in form of a grant up to around 4,000 US dollars. It's in drams, but it's I think for our followers, it's easier to follow in dollars. Then we have startups which already have some experience of working in a team, or they have already registered their businesses up to 3 years. So for them, we have a mixed model of funding. It's a grant and a loan, and it's up to around $15,000. So why the mixed model for the startups? It's also important because we want to develop this business mind among our residents. So we know that there have been many programs which provide grant funding, and for the business people, it's really not giving the push to develop. And we want them to learn also to work with investments, so to get some investment and to be ready to pay back. So we developed this mindset among our entrepreneurs. And the third target group, we also work with already established small and medium enterprises who have some development needs, some coaching needs, again, some aspects that they want to educate also themselves. And for them, there is only the loan component, again, up to $15,000. So that are the funding options we offer. So we have the maximum threshold, but what each business will get, it depends on their business needs and on their business plan. So the approach is very individual and very flexible. So they work with the coaches, they prepare their business plans. And there they directly indicate what is their investment need, how much they are investing in their business, how much they need to cover the costs. And then we invite a very professional team of jury. 7 jury members usually judge the business plans. So the entrepreneurs pitch their business plans, and then based on that, the jury decides whether they get the financing or not. But it's very individual approach. So whatever the need is, we try to adjust to that.
Do you also teach your residents how to apply for loans, how to look for money, whether it's in Armenia or in the diaspora, in non-Armenian entities, organizations or foundations? There are a lot of them that have a lot of money to give away. Sometimes people don't ask and the money is sitting there. So
exactly, and that's one of the reasons I'm happy to speak with the diaspora as well today, because I know that there are foundations, there are individuals who would like to support the businesses in Armenia, and indeed, this is the stage when they start their 6 months incubation. We already work with them in other different aspects, like how to do the export, how to attract investors, etc. Things that will expand their businesses and develop it further. So we're also looking for individual investors who would be interested in investing in the small and micro enterprises. There are certain investors who work with mostly tech startups. Our focus is on traditional small and medium enterprise sectors. So we have some startups which use tech solutions, but it's not our priority because there are other incubators covering that and taking care of that. So we really take care of these enterprises who do not have much opportunities. And probably their investment needs at this stage are also not very big. That is why it's important that the investors will get to know them. And in our plans, we want to create a platform where anyone can, let's say, open the website and see on the map where the enterprise is located, what they are doing, what is their investment need. So with this platform, it will be much easier to connect those people who want to invest with those who need this investment.
very nice, very nice. How do you advertise in rural regions of Armenia? It's easy to do it in Yerevan and the big cities, but how do you also get the word out in smaller villages so that people apply for the IRIS?
We usually do a set of info sessions and open hours, and I will say thanks to COVID, people now are used also more to online sessions. So it kind of speed it up. So even in the rural areas, in the regions of Armenia, people are now used to use this Facebook Lives, Zoom events. They all connect and they all have the knowledge of how to do that. But even before that, we were traveling to the regions, doing info sessions and answering to all the questions. And for the second call as well, we did many online info sessions, and we have a big pool of partner organizations who have their branch offices in the region. So we usually disseminate the information also through our partner organizations, through our founding organizations, through the consortium members. Also among the repatriates, we usually do a separate info session for them because we encourage them specifically to apply to our programs. And we see that in our pool of among the 44 residents which we have now, 50% are from regions. We have also very good gender balance. We have exactly 50% women entrepreneurs and 50% men. And around 40% are Syrian Armenians and Lebanese Armenians or repatriates.
You answered two of my questions already.
It's a good indicator, yeah, and then it makes me happy that people want to do business and they are involved in such programs.
Yeah, the more business-minded a community is, the better the economic situation, the better everything. Because it seems like whether it's right or wrong, there is no such thing. But the better financially stable a community is, the less problems. Do you agree?
Exactly. And one thing I want to highlight is that, for example, we have very small businesses in rural areas, like producing socks, of woolen socks. Lilik, it's a very good enterprise, but it's doing it's a small business itself. So maybe from the country point of view, it doesn't really make a big difference in the profit of the country, but from the community point of view, even these small businesses are making a difference. They are becoming the success stories when others see that this business is working even with a smaller scale, and they want to get engaged in entrepreneurship as well. So this is the mindset change, because we have both this small type of businesses in regions, in rural areas, and we have some big ideas like producing locally skincare equipment and like with a Made in Armenia brand and exporting it. So we have both type of entrepreneurs, and it's very important to understand that they both change the mindset either for the whole country or for their own community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, I love that, because the larger businesses, they already have and know the way, and then they have the tools, they have the money. But the mini businesses, they need the support, they need the direction, they need the money, and then diaspora and what you're doing combined together will bring them out and introduce them.
Exactly. It's the Buy Armenian platform and the marketplace that you're launching is especially important for these small enterprises which want to the diaspora or the world to know them. But the bigger enterprises as well, they have many development needs, many specific questions that they can get the answers within the coaching and mentorship programs that we are offering.
Nice.
So most often they have more opportunities, but still there are certain tax-related, export-related, legal aspects that the advice is really valuable so that they build their businesses in the right direction.
I think that the micro and small business community in Armenia is really lucky to have an organization like yours that's being led by experts and by people who care about the community, so that they can give the information to them and give the support to them, so that the community as a whole improves and moves forward towards a better economic situation.
Right. And also in terms of, I think the support for us and for our residents is not only the financial support, but also the knowledge, the know-how, the skills. So whenever there are any entrepreneurs who would like to become mentors for our residents, so if they have specific skills or knowledge. We have a very wide spectrum of industries, starting from agriculture, from tourism, hospitality, restaurant business, skincare products. We have a lot of representatives of fashion industry, so doing some textile or clothing. So if there are any diaspora entrepreneurs who would like to connect with the local businesses and provide them like mentorship services, that will be also a great add-on to our program.
Related to what you just said, how often do you meet?
With our residents, you mean?
Yes.
So with those who already have the financing, we try to have at least monthly or bi-monthly community meetups. We invite some experts or some topic related discussions, and they are invited to exchange the minds, and a lot of collaboration is also driven from these meetings. We have many members among our residents who already start to work together. So they're in different parts of the value chain. So they can buy each other's products or use the services. For example, we have a lady who is doing photo, video for corporates, and a lot of our other residents use this service. Or for example, in agriculture field, they exchange some ideas, some knowledge, and they all make their production in a better way. So it's very important. We are not in that stage yet, but definitely we will build the alumni community. So whoever graduates, we will not let them just go. They will stay as our alumni, and they will become mentors for the next generations of our applicants.
I bet you that you don't need to not let them go. They will not want to leave and be and give back to the community that they graduated from, that they benefited from.
I really hope that this will be the case, and the services that and the network that we can provide for them will be so valuable that they will stay there and they will be motivated to support other newcomers.
I'm sure they will. Do you accept visitors, virtual visitors to your meetings?
Sure, we can have virtual. We can organize virtual meetups also with certain experts from abroad.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe
it's now very easy with
Zoom.
and we are also using the Zoom platform for our classes. So our residents also know how to use this technology, even from the very remote regions they connect. And sure, you can visit us.
Not only us, but maybe what we can do is we can open it to our viewers and our members, those who are interested in becoming maybe mentors or seeing what it's like
and can help in any way.
So I would like to then invite all the virtual visitors. So tomorrow we have a big event. It's the graduation ceremony of our first call residents. Not the graduation ceremony, but we are providing them with certificates, and they will showcase their production. So unfortunately, the whole event will not go live, but if you follow our Facebook page, Iris Business Incubator, we will have some parts of it live streamed. So that will be a good occasion to visit and to see exactly what our businesses are doing. We will have a live stream also from the showcase where they will present their products and services.
Nice. What time is that? What time is that?
It starts at 5 Yerevan time.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Yes.
Okay. That's about right.
Maybe some people can join.
We're gonna
or even if not the live stream, the videos will still be available on our page, so they can watch it later.
So after this program, we go back. Please just put the link to your Facebook page, to your website, so everyone has an access to it.
We're active both on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. So you can follow us everywhere.
Very nice.
By the way, after we're done with this program, we're gonna be on for a few minutes.
We promised, because we did a video of about the marketplace in Armenian, and then our
Some viewers, wanted to for us to do it in English, because some members don't understand Armenian or don't speak Armenian, but they are very Armenian in spirit, and so we're going to do that after our meeting tonight. But that was I think it's an excellent opportunity to meet some of the quote unquote graduates, at least see some of the products that they are going to be working on.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll do that. Any questions coming from the audience that maybe
if anyone has any questions, you can type it. I know that someone said just share the links, so which we spoke about. We're going to share the links. So let me check.
So when we first started, I just asked a quick question that Iris Business Incubator was a recent organization, and then I kind of like jumped over the introduction, and we're doing this backward now. Do you mind giving us just a couple of minutes of what your background is, what you do, and how you got involved? So it's like
he was so excited that he jumped into the
so I apologize for doing.
Pleasure. I will also share a bit of my background, because probably it will be interesting, because I also lived in other countries and came back to Armenia. I'm an economist by profession, and I started my career in an investment bank, in a local investment bank. And then after several years, I made a shift more to the development sector, to economic development program. And afterwards, I worked at probably people in US know very well the organization Habitat for Humanity. At the local Yerevan office, I worked a couple of years here. Mainly, I was involved in managing the microfinance programs. Then I moved to the regional headquarters for Europe and Central Asia, which was located in Slovakia. And more than 2 years, I was living and working there. And afterwards, I came back to Armenia again, working in the same field of investment facilitation, working with mostly microfinance institutions. There was another period that I decided to continue with my study, and I did my MBA in Germany, in Berlin. So again, another period of living outside of Armenia in 2017. But eventually, every time I was abroad, I felt that the only place I want to live in is Armenia. And then all the time I came back, and I was I was fortunate that this new initiative they announced that they are looking for the project manager. And I just applied and I was selected. And then this project became something bigger. It grew into a separate foundation. And that's how I joined Iris team and then the business incubator team.
I'm so glad I asked that question, because now we know a little bit about you and your adventures outside of Armenia, going back to Armenia. Very nice. Thank you. Anything else?
It's exciting, very exciting. So
one thing that I'll say, I talk a lot when I'm thinking. You said you would provide us a list of the candidates that are with you.
Right.
Maybe you can just give us, when you have time, just give us some small summary of what they do. And as Lilith said, maybe what we can do is maybe, I don't know, maybe once in a while, maybe once a month, maybe do an interview with one of them, find out about where they started from, where they are, where they see themselves. and get to know them a little bit more and promote them and promote their products.
That will be great, both to promote their products and probably to create some business connections for them all over the world. And we will share also, we make small stories about our entrepreneurs on our social media. And I will share it also on Buy Armenian page whenever we post it. So more and more people will get to know about their businesses.
Thank you.
Let me see.
There's a question here. Does Iris accept all types of businesses or just IT? And I think you said that not IT.
I said that we are not focused on IT. There are other initiatives and other incubators who cover the high-tech industry, but we do not eliminate. We have some, we don't have any limitations on who can apply, but we have some priority industries. So these are the industries where the Syrian Armenians and the Repats are doing their businesses. It's mostly handicrafts, food business, production. Another priority is what the Armenian government policy is for the SME sector development. So mostly it involves agriculture, tourism-related businesses. And we put an emphasis on the businesses who have some social component. So that's also important for us. So everybody can apply. These are the priority sectors, but it doesn't mean that any other ideas cannot apply. And even if there are some tech solutions which support these type of business initiatives, again, we accept them. We're not focused on IT, but as long as, for example, there is a solution for agriculture, there is a solution for like education related IT solution, they are also welcome to apply. And we will have our next call for applications probably in May. So if anybody is interested, or if you have any connections in Armenia who you know that want to start a business or already have started something, they can also apply to our third call for application.
Very good. What I was going to ask.
We should share it, that it's starting in May in Armenian, Russian, and English, actually. We should post that because we have a lot of members from Yerevan, and probably whoever is interested, it's a good idea to share it on our page so they know.
Whenever we start our outreach activities for the third call, I will also notify you, and probably we will make a post also on your platform to engage more followers.
Perfect. Perfect. You were going to ask a question?
I forgot it. It was on my mind, and then I'll just have to ask it in the comments, maybe, or I'll ask you. If it's important enough, I'll post it.
Sure.
Thank you very much for taking the time, and we really appreciate it. It's a wonderful initiative, and I thank you for all the, the detailed answer that you gave and the background. Thank you much.
Thank you for the invitation. It was very nice morning talk with you guys. Early morning for us, right? And thank you for initiating the Buy Armenian platform, which eventually I think is growing into something really big and important. And it's another motivation or a success story for other entrepreneurs to see how like a small initiative can grow into something big and important for all the Armenians and all the entrepreneurs who want to connect with the diaspora.
Truly.
And I did remember the question while you were talking. So does the does the government of Armenia support your organization or organizations such as yours to to help and support and develop?
Generally, they, of course, they're interested. The more such initiatives, the better also for the government, because we're following also the SME development strategy of the government. But the thing is that unfortunately during the recent couple of years, there were so many changes in the government structure, specifically in the Ministry of Economy, a lot of changes. And in Armenia, again, it's not very good that the system itself is very connected to the persons. So it's very hard to reconnect every time the minister, there are changes in the ministries. But yes, we are keeping contact with the government. We're keeping contact with other international initiatives who are supporting the business development. We now have we started a very good collaboration with one of the local universities, the University of Economics, to involve youth more into entrepreneurship and into our programs. So we want to expand also our network of partner organizations, partner stakeholders.
Very good. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much. Have a good day and have a good night to everyone.
We'll see you online tomorrow.
Thanks, and follow us tomorrow.
We will. 5 in the morning for us.
He will wake up. We are awake 5. We live 2 schedules, USA and
Armenia.
So we're going to be awake.
Great.